You chose this video because you want to know what contribution is. Therefore, we will now explain it short and simple. In doing so, we get help from Bianca. She will accompany us in all explanations and examples. First of all, we clarify the question, what is contribution? To answer this question, we prepared an example. Imagine that Bianca would be a second-hand car seller. So she buys a car for 5,000 euros. And then she sells this car for 7,000 euros. Now we take the selling price, the 7,000, and subtract the buying price, the 5,000. 7,000 minus 5,000 is 2,000. This difference of 2,000 euros is called the contribution. But it is no profit because Bianca has to pay fixed costs for the car, such as rent, insurance and administration expenses. As a reminder, Bianca will now summarize this chapter for us.
Contribution is the difference between the selling price and the variable costs. This difference is used to cover fixed costs.
Now we have some example calculations. We will begin with the calculation for the contribution per unit.
Our product is a woolen cap, and the selling price of this woolen cap is 10 euros. The variable costs are 6 euros. 10 minus 6 is 4. Our contribution per unit is 4 euros. Next, we want to know the total contribution. It's almost like the previous example. But we must not forget to multiply the numbers by 5, because we have 5 woolen caps. Okay, 10 times 5 are 50 euros. 6 times 5 are 30 euros. And 50 minus 30 are 20 euros. Our total contribution is 20 euros. That's the money we can use to cover eventual fixed costs. If we have this information, we can also calculate the profit. Take the example of the woolen caps. We assume that the fixed costs per unit are 3 euros. Okay, the total contribution from sales was 20 euros. And now we have to subtract the fixed costs. Our fixed costs per unit are 3 euros, but we have 5 caps. 3 times 5 are 15 euros fixed costs. Our profit is 5 euros. We also have these examples in pie charts. Pie chart number 1 shows how the total revenue of 50 euros is divided between the variable costs, 30 euros, and the contribution, 20 euros. Pie chart number 2 shows how the total revenue of 50 euros is divided between variable costs, 30 euros, fixed costs, 15 euros, and profit, 5 euros. Note that the value of contribution, 20 euros, is equal to the value of fixed costs, 15 euros, and profit, 5 euros, added together. And how can businesses make use of contribution calculations? Calculating the contribution to fixed costs and profit that a product makes might help a business in decision making. This is known as contribution pricing. For example, a company has limited time and resources and now has to choose between 2 orders.
Therefore, we have design 1 and design 2. At design 1, our product costs 10 euros. The variable costs are 6 euros and we have a contribution of 4 euros. At design 2, our product also costs 10 euros, but the variable costs are much higher, 9 euros. So we have a contribution of only 1 euro. Which design will we choose? Of course, design 1, because the contribution is higher, and for that reason we have more money to cover our fixed costs and to make profit.
We hope that you now know more about contribution. Thank you for watching our video.